Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, Rotorua police are investigating the fatal shooting of a hunter in a remote area south of Rotorua. Our premier youth talent is on stage tomorrow night at the Rotorua Has Talent show, and Stan Meads Cup rugby tomorrow when King Country plays Central at St Michael's. Those stories and more coming up next on City News. Rotorua police are investigating the fatal shooting of a hunter in a remote area south of Rotorua. Police were alerted to the incident at 8 a.m. this morning by another hunter. Police and CIB staff have been at the scene today, and the hunter who reported the shooting is now with police and investigating and assisting with the investigation. The incident is believed to involve two men in their 20s. The remote nature of the scene means it may be a while before further details can be available. 14 acts from Rotorua and Taupo regions will battle it out on stage in tomorrow night's Rotorua Has Talent event. It's billed as the premier youth talent show and is organised by the Interact Clubs of Rotorua.
I mean, what are all your roles within this group?
I'm the assistant performance manager.
Assistant manager?
Yep, I'm the event coordinator.
I'm the performance manager.
I'm the treasurer. And I'm the marketing manager.
President of the Interact Club of John Paul College, Kieran Cullen, says helping with the show is great experience.
Well, as the coordinator, meeting the deadlines, actually, that's what I really enjoy is when we actually meet deadlines and I'm like, right, so it's not going to be over budget or delayed too much. So, yeah, just, getting those deadlines met.
Pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I love working with all these guys. They're fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
And especially just meeting all the young people in Rotorua, because we're such a small place, it's surprising to know that we have so much talent in Rotorua. Yeah.
And we have more about the Interact Club in tonight's City News. Green MP Stefan Browning says after attending the 2012 Agricultural Biotechnology International Conference in Rotorua this week, he's even more convinced there's a real push by the United States for the release of genetically engineered food into the New Zealand environment. The conference is dubbed the World Cup of Biotechnology and has seen a huge push from vested interests for GE release into the environment, despite public opposition to such a move. Mr Browning says among the attendees at the conference were representatives of American biotech giants Monsanto and DuPont. He says it's companies like these that are the benefactors of genetic engineering, not the New Zealand public. On Sunday, a week-long celebration of nature kicks off with the start of Conservation Week. Department of Conservation Ranger Rob Griffith says events are on throughout next week, from plantings to great walks.
Well, Conservation Week this year is from the 9th through the 16th of September. There's events from that Sunday through to the following Sunday. For the full 7 days, there's events happening at various locations around Rotorua. There's some walks over in the Kahara and Rotaehu Forest to go and see Kokako. There's a number of planting events during the week. Rainbow Springs, Kiwi Kaunda have a number of things going on. Redwoods, and also number of things by the council with some plantings and stuff out at Hannah's Bay, Department of Conservation also. So, yeah, it's a real busy week.
Friends of the Museum will be hosting a Bring and Buy art fundraiser on Saturday and Sunday to raise money for special projects around Rotorua Museum. Locals and supporters are encouraged to take along any pre-loved artworks you want to donate, then come back the next day to choose some new art at bargain prices. Artworks can be dropped off at the Rotorua Museum classroom tomorrow between 9:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. All of the donated works will be on sale the following day, that's Sunday the 9th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In sport tonight, the race for the Stan Meads Cup continues this weekend with King Country B playing our Central team at St Michael's tomorrow. Bay of Plenty Rugby Union Wairiki Chairman Trevor Albert says teams playing in the Stan Mead Cup are made up of players who are just short of making development squads, so the Cup's a good run. He says this weekend will involve more exciting rugby with the top 4 crossover playoffs.
What happens now is that the lowest, when you're dropping down in category, you have a crossover. And this Saturday, Central Bay will be hosting King Country B in Rotorua at St Michael's. These players are players that have just on the borderline of King Country and possibly when we look
Bay
at
of Plenty too.
Bay of Plenty, but most probably more like Bay of Plenty development players.
Let's check out the weather now. Rotorua, brought to you by Trevor Robson, Signs and Graphics Limited. Tonight, cloudy periods, some drizzle possible, northwesterly winds and low of 10, so that's fairly mild. Tomorrow, Saturday, rain developing, a chance of thundery showers, northwesterly strengthening, a high of 15 and a low of 8. The outlook for Sunday, a few showers, strong westerlies, a high of 13 and a low of 6. To the marine forecast for Saturday, not a terribly good day to be out on the lake. Northwesterlies to 15 knots, rising to 25 knots, gusting 40 knots later in the morning, then easing to 20 knots at night. Waves rising to 1 metre in the morning, then easing to half a metre at night. Cloudy with poor visibility and rain developing in the afternoon with some heavy and possibly thundery falls. And don't forget to check out our program listings and upcoming events in our great city. You can go to tvrotorua.co.nz. Coming up after the break, we find out more about Rotorua Has Talent on tomorrow night at the Civic. Christine Findon has news about Clean-Up Week, and we have more on the Stan Mead Cup with Bay of Plenty Rugby Union Wairiki Chairman Trevor Albert.